Hello, everybody. Leslie Davenport here from Spark Motion Body Studio. We're headed into the month of October, and so we have been sharing different client resources and theming some special sessions across our whole spectrum, really, in the studio this fall. And so October's theme is proprioception. Okay, so I thought I would do a short video message today in a movement sequence. I'd love you to try it with me. And we're going to talk briefly about what proprioception is. You will also hear from our guest instructors, Carolyn Johnston with the Alexander Technique. She will also be getting into this topic further. And Dr. Haley Steinhauser this month, she will also be presenting her side of it, the science side of that. In a variety of ways. So I hope it's fun for you. I hope it's thought-provoking, and I hope it helps put a little spark in your life. Okay, so proprioception, the ability for me, right? You in your own self, I am person, me, myself, and I. Your ability to feel and sense a relationship between one bone to the other bone, relationships that are in your body, improving of that proprioception allows me to be able to perceive my relationship to other people in the room and in the world. Okay. So proprioception is the ability to feel, right, specific relationships. All right. So one of my favorite things about the Pilates method, and the gyrotonic system also has this branch within it that we offer the gyrokinesis classes. But in Pilates method, one of the best things to practice Pilates for is your relationship with gravity and how to create motion, right, through a sequence. All right, so let's do a little mini Pilates mat together. Right, this is inspired from Pilates mat work. You will see the exercises in it, I hope, but I'm not teaching just the classical academic framework, right? It's giving me the framework, but we're not going to stay just in the technical aspects of them. All right. So if you open up the sole of your foot and you place yourself seated up tall, okay, I'm going to start getting onto my mat. I'm going to start with, wow, this relationship. I want to feel how my head and neck are up here. I've got there my long, healthy back muscles. All right, and I'm going to actually release some tension across the back of my hip so it can absorb my torso. All right, so let's get down into our mat. Slowly going back. Once you get back to your ribs, I like to hold my head and let my head rest back in my arms, because then you can rotate each of your shoulders under and you can get each of the shoulder blades to be in their natural role of on your back. All right, everybody. So from bent legs, take a breath. Our legs are hip width apart right here. Just breathe and wiggle around into your center a little bit. You might like to do some of your pelvic clock, right? Wiggling into the back of the hips. Sensing the top of the back hip, the middle back hip, the low back hip. Okay, how is that different today? And getting into this healthy relationship of the middle back hips, we want to absorb motion. We want to be able to have a good connection that feels even. And then I really want this feeling of ease, not tension. I don't want a rigid center. I want a center that is adaptable and pretty resilient. All right, so we're going to go with some leg slides. So the leg slides away, the joints of the leg extend and open, and then the joints of the leg bend same side 3 times more. Last one. change size. So in my Pilates mat practice, I'm looking for a healthy relationship between the motion I have in my leg joints and all the way through the back. I don't want to compress my back. I certainly don't want to have a lack of support. I don't want to have the most support. Last time we're alternating legs. All right, and so for those hips, we're going to go up on the toe joints, little elevate if you're a dancer, rotate from the leg joints, maintaining this nice dense feeling of a good, healthy relationship across the back hip. So I'm just rotating from my leg joints. Saying hello, rotation. All right, now heel toe your feet in together. So both the legs are feeling that they have that nice sense of symmetry. Heels and ankles are connecting. Take your legs and let them just fall to the side a bit. All right, now in many bodies, as your legs fall to the side, listen to that relationship between legs and hip. So if my legs fall to the side and my hip becomes compressed, bunched up together, feeling kind of like, yuck, then I have two choices. I can go smaller or I could go a little slower. Oh, that's different. So if I go a little smaller, I'm just releasing my legs side to side, little natural rotations. Again, how can I have that really great open front hip relationship? All right, so now with your knees facing the ceiling, arrange your feet and legs so that the toes are long, the sole of the foot feels very open, and your deeper source of support feels like it's coming from the middle back of the pelvis. Right? Engage into your body. So it feels like there's really nice support into the back of the hips. And think tall with me. Okay, take your arms up. We'll reach the arms away from our knees. How far do I go? Only as far as it does not mess with my support. So I don't want to feel tension in my back. I certainly do not want to collapse my back or grab the front of my hip. That's what I like to do. I'm a recovering hip grabber. Good. Now, once you go into your range, feel your range with no pain, no compression, no collapsing. Go around the side into a really full upper body circle. I know Pilates calls these arm circles, but I prefer to refer them to shoulder massages. It's all in the framing, right? So once you're going around, you have yourself lifted. Let's go ahead and practice coming through in our balance curl. Okay, so the game in Pilates changes. I want to have a healthy relationship between the top of me and the end of me. So just the thought of that makes me feel like, wow, I need to do a lot longer in that hip and a lot more open my back. So there I am. Okay, so bring your arms forward enough they help you balance. Bring your legs up to you. Let's try a little piece of footwork. Okay, so let's go ahead and push into your toes, part of that foot bar. And here we go. Good, relationships all over the place, huh? That's so funny. So as you push your toes, listen to how high the legs are. If my legs are at just right, I feel really good in my back. I don't feel so much head strain, right, through the neck. If my legs go down low, ooh, right, it just like makes me pop up. It's too far. It's too far today. I want a sense of support, comfort, control. All right, come back down. Good, that nice little shoulder love. Okay, so arch foot, taking the top of the foot forward so I can do it, and then holding my imaginary foot bar. So it's always very humbling to me in Pilates, guys, that it is your imperfectly perfect. Your body can do it, but you got to find the one that works where you are right now. All right, flex your heels. Good. Now, as my hip gets warmer here, I don't know if you can see, but oh, my back feels a lot better. I'm able to lift up my upper back higher and stay more consistent. And then roll back. Excellent. Good. All right. So go ahead and all the way around your spine, up and over, go. We're going to wrap this little mini practice up with our swan this way. Okay. So relationships, okay, get comfortable. Align the back of your neck so it feels like it's your natural healthy curve. Okay. My neck is a little extra straight. It's been straightened out too far, right? Which compresses my back muscles. So I'm going to have my nose kind of resting towards my mat, my hands. But I actually need to find healthy shoulders up and on my back so I can feel that there's a little bit of an arch in that very high spot of my upper back and around the base of my throat. And so exhale. All right. Now getting this really nice, heavier, dense type of feeling through the legs and pelvis. Okay. Bring your hands underneath the armpit through the shoulder, elbows lifted up and away. And then just hover your head and neck. Okay. So relationships, I'm going to actually do too far with my neck. I'm going to bend my neck. And so I can tell I completely skip my upper back. So I'm going to stop doing that, right? Because that's a poor relationship. Too much. So I go from those nice hips even. I'm going to reach out through my eyes again. Now I'm going to take each of the shoulders and just kind of roll the shoulder up and back. Roll the shoulder up and back. And then I'm going to elevate my sternum to where I can tell it's the strength of my high upper back that's keeping me up here. Again, watch that neck relationship. It'll start to be like, oh, okay. And again, explore the movement potential of your upper back without ignoring your hips and head. Right? Can we do it without? Yes. Excellent. Okay, scoop up. Some nice hands and knees. Your choice on legs apart or together. Rotate from the base of the hips and just press into both arms as if you broaden your back ribs and just lean ever so much back behind your knees so it feels like the point is to open up the back muscles. And then relax. The effort, come forward, healthy natural spine. So rotate the base of the hips. Lengthen through the nape of the neck. Give direction to your head. Sit back ever so lightly. Go a little open underneath the arms. And healthy natural. Okay, good. So again, mini practice, not a full class for sure. We got to work with you. You know, we want to give you full classes in the studio, and we want to do that online in the Zoom classes. So I hope it was interesting. I hope it gave you something to think about. Me learning, for example, my story is I had shoulders that literally were kind of stuck in the opposite of what I needed. I have shoulders that were actually really close to the front and really didn't understand that they were able to move this way, the collarbone rolling, starting my shoulder, and then my shoulder kind of getting under and through, which has really changed my movement life completely. So there's a lot of great stuff a movement practice gives you. One relationship to the next, you in gravity, you feeling your breath, letting the body have the weight that it should or can, all those good things. All right, see you next time.